Hey guys, welcome back to another Battlefield video. I already said it yesterday, we have a big announcement today, and that just happened, and you might have seen the trailer already. If not, I'll link to the full trailer in the description. So we had this 5-minute trailer where they were talking about how they want to test the new Battlefield with the community, change the game or improve the game depending on the feedback, and then do this over and over again. And they were also talking about how many studios are working on the game, and this is the most developers and the biggest studios ever working on a Battlefield game. So nothing that we didn't already know before, but I think the most important part of this trailer is the last part, and that's the gameplay. We've already seen, I mean, it's not real gameplay, it's more like cinematic gameplay. You can see the gameplay in the background, it's just really like a few seconds, but I think it looks really promising. I might be a bit hyped right now as well, because it reminds me a bit on Battlefield 4, just from the colors, and it looks more gritty, more dirty, more like a war zone, not like you're going on vacation. But this one right here looks like it. It looks military. It looks like, I would say it's like an, I don't know, Middle East something from the buildings around there. And I think there's also like signs with Arabic language, if I'm not completely wrong. It's a modern setting, like Vincent Pella had already said. We can see that the soldiers are finally looking like soldiers, and they're not, so it looks like an army actually, and not just like a bunch of heroes with different colorful skins. At first impression, it looks like a Battlefield should look like, but what really caught my eye actually is the level of destruction. So all of the debris that are flying around, that are lying around as well. And we can see the whole building coming down. We can see the front of that building coming down here at the end of the trailer. I think that's kind of the level of destruction we had in Battlefield 5. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it really looks like this. It's quite a lot what is happening there. I'm not really going into depth on what weapons we see right here or vehicles. I think it's just the normal modern stuff that we can see in every game, every modern game so far. But instead we're gonna have a look at how you can get into the community testing environment, because this is what the trailer was actually made for, to announce this testing environment and to tell people a little bit more about it. So alongside the trailer, we got this website right here, Battlefield Labs. I'll link it in the description below, so you can just click on it and get right there. And here you can either join a Discord or sign up. But when you go on join Discord, it just leads you to the normal Battlefield Discord. What is Battlefield Labs? So they're writing that this is the most ambitious community development collaboration ever, and that a select number of fans will step inside the war room. Registration is now open, and they encourage everyone to register, but space will be limited. So that's what I already thought, because I think usually these playtests are under NDA, so you're not allowed to talk about it, and that's probably why they also just select a number of players so they can keep an eye on this and not risk any leaks or major leaks once these playtests have started. Then why is Battlefield Labs launching now? Well, Battlefield Labs is launching as we enter a critical phase in development. With what's next for Battlefield, we are looking to cross collaborate with the community like never before. It's all just a lot of marketing talk right here, so don't get your hopes up too much. That's what I always keep saying. Still be skeptical, you know? More important part is probably how can someone be part of Battlefield Labs. So sign up is available now at battlefield.com/labs ahead of our first external test sessions in the coming weeks. Okay, so we're talking about coming weeks already, but before you sign up, make sure your EA account is updated and linked to your platform account. So wherever platform you play, I think this sounds like it. If you play on Xbox, if you play on PlayStation, you have to link this to your PlayStation and Xbox account, which actually sounds like there will be playtests on console as well, which was one of the concerns I had, that they will only playtest this on PC. Battlefield Labs will be available on PC via the EA app, on PlayStation 5 as well, but PS Plus subscription required. Oh god, okay. That's a bit unexpected. I don't know if that's really fair, but okay. Same goes for Xbox, Xbox Series X and S. Yeah, not a fan of this, that you need these subscriptions to play, but at least the console players are not left out of this. Then we have the question, is Battlefield Labs invite only or open to the public? Of course, we had this answered already. You have to register for this and then you might get picked for the playtests or not. Is Battlefield Labs open to all regions? And it is right now. It will start on Europe and North America. So if you're in another region, I'm sorry, you won't have the chance to play. At least that's what it sounds like. At least not now. But they're also writing that alongside invite numbers, they will expand this in the future. And how many people will actually participate in Battlefield Labs, which I think is interesting as well, because the more people, the more opinions, and it can only be good for the game. So the invite for the first test will be for a few thousand players. So that's definitely a lot more than I had expected. I thought it would be just a few hundred or something, but a few thousand already sounds good. Once invited, how often will participants be able to play in Battlefield Labs? If you are selected, you will receive an email from playtesting@ea.com. So it goes through the EA playtesting network, or how it is called, through the official network. So it's similar to the Skate playtest, where you just register and then one day maybe you get an email and you're invited. The plan is to run playtests every few weeks. That already sounds really good. So probably like once a month or something. And then what kind of gameplay experience will Battlefield Labs participants get? As an early test of concepts and mechanics before public release, Battlefield Labs will be work-in-progress content with rough edges, bugs and crashes. They also write that each Battlefield Labs testing session will have specific feedback goals. So they will focus on core combat loops, for example, or map layouts, or general goals around content and so on. So you probably have to give feedback on just specific things of the game rather than like general stuff. And what's probably the most interesting or the most important part is, will those invited to Battlefield Labs be able to speak about or show something? Especially probably interesting for content creators who want to join this Battlefield Labs program. And like I already said before, what I'd already suspected, all those invited to join Battlefield Labs will need to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so NDA, which means you're not allowed to talk about it or show anything related to the experience with Battlefield Labs. So if you are invited, you can't record anything and then use it for YouTube videos or post about it on social media or talk about it or whatnot. At the end, we have what specs you need to run Battlefield Labs. You might want to have a look at this if it's interesting for you. And yeah, that is Battlefield Labs. Go to the website that I linked in the description below. Sign up for this. Let's see if any one of you, I'm fingers crossed that any one of you gets access to this and can have an impact on the next Battlefield, can play it, give some feedback and so on. I really like that they do this, because this is something that definitely needed to come back after Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. Both games did turn out okay or good at the end, but they started pretty rough. And I'm hoping this is not happening with the next game, because they're seeking feedback from the community at an earlier stage of development. Tell me what you think about this in the comments below. I'm gonna let that sink in a bit. Maybe if I'm gonna spot something else in the trailer or so, I'm gonna do another video tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm Catwoman and you are awesome.